The shot is Carolina. Hey, what do you say?
Talkin Sauce, episode 105.
Not 106.
Not 106.
We can't make a sketty to save our lives. Dude.
No. No.
It's kind of sad.
Well, it's funny because Squirrel's been trying to, like, pre-prepare them. Mm-hmm. And we're just so bad at making schedules, we just undo that work.
Yeah. Remember when we used to be like, some
good about
would say almost too good. We would kind of almost write out the whole podcast on a schedule and then not have any real discussions because it was just like...
maybe we resent ourselves subconsciously.
And so we're rejecting the schedule. Probably, dude. I mean, I think it's working out.
I think it's okay.
I think the content's better than it's ever been. Low bar, but...
Facts.
But it's still better.
Facts. No, I wouldn't disagree.
Dude, how's that daylight savings time treating you, bro?
Awful, dude, especially when you don't even remember. I'm just glad it wasn't a work day.
For real, though. They really they set that up well because it usually comes through on a Sunday, right?
Well, imagine, like, when Neo, like, first went into the Matrix, or I guess out of the Matrix, or, like, when they go back in, they kind of, like, you know, all right, here's the room.
Yeah.
Make guns show up.
Yeah.
Here's the dojo.
Yeah.
Here's the jump over the building.
Mm-hmm.
Test over the street.
Very
From rooftop
RPG.
roof. Right. Like a tutorial island.
Yeah.
What if they didn't do any of that? That's like that's like daylight savings. Wake it up.
I feel that. No, I didn't even. Again,
He's got these guys in suits whooping his ass, and he's like, "Whoa!" He's like, "Those are agents." You might want to do that shit where you go like real slow motion.
And he's like, "What?" And they're like, "Do it."
You're the one. We talked about this. No,
yeah,
we
dude,
didn't.
I woke up this morning to come to the podcast, and I thought I woke up like on time, and I walked out, like looked at the oven, mad tired, and it just said 9:30. It was 10:30 on my phone. It was just like a 20-second. Oh, fuck. That's why I'm so tired.
She warned me either last night or like the night before. So like I knew.
Yeah.
But I just went to bed and didn't remember. I
did-
woke up like, man, the fuck? I'm like, 10 o'clock? I'm like, the fuck?
I'm way too tired
I'm
for
like,
10 o'clock.
Man, I usually don't sleep in this late.
I'm so stupid that I was still up like playing Xbox last night at 1:50. And in my head, I was literally like, I got time for one more game. It'll be 2.
You better have time for another hour.
Well, I was like, I'll go to bed. And so like I play one more game. And then I just like looked down at my phone. It's 3:05. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, there's no way that I just played for an hour. Like, and then I went to bed, didn't even think about it. I was like, I'm not even going to deal with whatever magic that was, dude. Like,
I'm too tired to try to analyze this critically.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to figure out what the fuck happened
That
here
is
at all.
fucking hilarious.
It is bedtime, dude.
Dude, that is so funny. That's good. That's good. But how else has your weekend been?
It's been pretty good, man. They had UFC fights last night, just like a
Don't doubt
regular
it.
fight night. Leon Edwards.
It wasn't for 5 belts.
No,
Alright, cool.
They didn't put the whole organization up for
It
grabs.
wasn't a multi-million-dollar card.
Winner gets to own the UFC. Dana White puts ownership up on the line.
At this
Open
point,
weight. Anybody of any
Might
size.
as well. No one's watching whatever happened last night.
So, but Leon
People
Edwards.
need a break.
Low key. But hasn't fought in like a year and a half because of injuries.
You couldn't have this many UFC fights if like the shit was regular. A, because there'd be other sports on, and B, motherfuckers would be fighting.
They would be fighting.
People fight at UFC watching.
But they were kind of a weekly thing anyway.
I mean, but like I'm talking like
The big cards?
yeah,
Yeah.
which they've had a lot more of.
Yeah. But, so Leon Edwards, out a year and a half, was on a 7-fight win streak when he got hurt. Was supposed to be, like, the next up for the title, all that stuff. So he comes back, fights Bilal Muhammad, I believe that's his name. And, dude, it fucking ended with an eye poke. It was one of, like, the worst ones I've seen in a while. The dude, like, Leon goes to, like, just throw, like, a feint jab to set up a body kick. And on the jab, just like, because it's kind of a boxing glove thing where when you're just sparring in boxing, you don't close your hands just because you're not trying to rock whoever you're just moving around with type of thing.
Right.
And so you just kind of have your hand open, but in those UFC gloves, his fingers are out.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was basically a jab, like finger to the eye. The dude just like falls on the ground,
Like Three Stooges style.
and you can hear him like the ref comes up and the doctor comes up and they're like, you know, like we got to look at the eye. Like, can you see anything? He's like, I can't fucking see anything.
Oh.
And he stands up, dude. And he's like, his eyes swollen shut, and there's like, it looks like blood's like coming out of it. It ends up, and it came out because I was like, I really hope I didn't just watch someone lose their sight for the rest of their life. And there was no permanent damage, thank God. Thank God.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was fucking, it was brutal. It was one of those like you watch and you're like it's like when you watch like a real bad, just like dirty hit, and you're like, we may have just watched someone's life like change forever type shit. Ugh, I hate it. But so it was ruled a no contest, which, you know, and that just always
Graphic
sucks.
warning.
Yeah, and that always sucks. Just 'cause, you know, neither of them wanted it to end that way type shit. You know, but it'd be like that.
Rest in peace, Marvin Hagler.
Yes, dude. I mean, boxing legend. I think he passed away yesterday. So big rest in peace. That guy's fucking. He had a quote that said, "When one day when they cut open my big bald head, they're just gonna find a boxing glove in there." He's like, "I lived this shit, man." It's just like I don't know. Just when like people love something that fucking much, so I was just like, "Damn, bro."
Yeah, respect.
They got the chance to do it, you know. Damn. Cool as fuck. Definitely rest in peace.
They have finding a glove in there.
They actually do. Everyone's like, wait a minute.
One of those Titleist shits. Damn.
Dude, this is way off topic, but I heard this on a podcast the other day. You know the song, is it just Ain't Seen Nothing Yet? It was a, baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
You know those stutters?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like an artistic choice. Like he wasn't like, this is going to sound cool. The singer had a family member that told him like, yo, this band shit's not going to work out. Like, it's time to hang it up, like get a real job type shit. And that family member had a stutter. And so when he recorded the hook for that song, he was like, I'm going to make it with the stutter as a giant middle finger. I don't know if it was like a brother or...
You could argue that's
like
creative, artistic.
I guess, yeah, but I'm saying like he wasn't in the studio just like, this would sound cool. He was like, hey, yo, fuck my cousin type
That's
of thing.
awesome.
Like, I don't know, it's just so funny hearing about fucking just like how stuff ends up going.
Yeah.
There was another one. It was a Quiet Riot song that was technically a remake. And you would absolutely know it. And now I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, it was a situation where the label was like, you guys are going to cover this song. And they were like, we don't really want to do that. And their label was like, we don't give a fuck.
Mm.
And so they went in there, and the singer intentionally tried to sing it like off key, a little off key, like do everything a little fucked up, and it ended up being a huge hit for him. And it's just like how pissed they must have been.
I love shit like that.
Like, man, we even tried to fuck it up and it still worked out.
That's you know.
What I'm saying is labels are the best thing that's ever happened to music, dude. That's the overarching point.
I mean, some people like Punch might agree.
maybe.
You know what I mean?
But about you, man, how's your weekend been?
It's been all right.
We helped our producer move out to California.
We helped him move to California and drove back. That's why we're so tired.
We had to take 2 trips driving to
All
California.
those time changes.
All those time changes. Then we come back and it's daylight savings, dude. We're all fucked
On
up.
one tank of gas.
I think it's
Figure
Monday.
that out.
Yeah, I think it's actually Monday. We're both missing work
I
right
thought it was
now.
Thursday.
Is it next March, dude? March 2022?
It's been a whole year, dude,
But yeah, man.
with the pandemic.
Shouts out to Dylan. To Teabags your mom. 69 4th.
I guess.
In a new place. No, I mean, let's be honest.
I don't even understand why he's not here. Like,
That, I mean, I wasn't going to bring that up, but you know. Like, I was thinking it the
Lazy.
second you were like, he's going to be out in L.A. And I was like, I don't know why he's in L.A. You know what I'm saying? We moved all this stuff for him, you know.
it's the least he could do is
Just
stick
kidding.
around. What's up with so Overtime, the sports media brand, right?
Oh, yes.
Explain to me this.
So
They mostly cover high school sports, do they not?
Yeah, so, and I don't think it's official yet, but they have plans. They're like in the process of starting what would I guess essentially be like a professional high school level basketball program. that gives you that the players get paid. I think.
I mean, aren't a lot of these schools like basically made under that same like thing?
What schools?
Like, aren't there like schools out like in California and stuff that are basically just like?
Oh, they basically are just like far, and I'm sure
Like, wasn't that like
structurally
the Balls kids?
Yeah, they did go to one, then they went overseas
Yeah.
and stuff to that league.
And then that one
but see, I
kid,
think a lot of once they started going overseas and stuff, that was at the college level.
No, yeah. I'm just talking about when it was here.
Yeah, I think so. And then there's like there's one in North Carolina.
What's that kid?
Which kid?
I forget.
I mean, I think John Wall went to
Word of God.
Yeah. And there's another one because our boy Dylan, Starting Five podcast, his uncle, I believe, is a coach. I forget. Oak Hill University. It's a high school, but it's basically like a little sports juggernaut.
It's called University.
Yeah, and
Flex.
or maybe academy. Either way,
Probably
it ain't called
academy.
high school. It
Right.
ain't called Magnet High School. You know what I'm saying? But he's like the coach over there. They've had like 4 or 5 NBA players come through. But this overtime thing is so high school level. Right now, the word is that they want to pay the players $100,000 a year. Will it end up that high? Who knows? But on the back end of it, it's basically will they feed you directly to the NBA? All well and good. If you go to college, you get a $100,000 scholarship coming out of the league to go to the college of your choice. Which, I mean, I think that's cool just because it kind of they don't have to go play kind of puts pressure on the NCAA. They don't have to go out there play for them for free. Under the guys like, well, we're giving you a scholarship. Like, that's your payment. We're going to make millions of dollars. Go to your fake classes and shit.
Dude, I wasn't listening.
Okay.
But only because I was taking in everything you were just saying. I'm thinking, let's start that for hockey.
Oh, 100%, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I guess it kind of is already a thing, isn't it?
It's definitely a thing. It's just like a matter of filling that void.
Yeah, I guess
people are really doing that for. I'm sure there's a few, but like, how many people are really doing that for hockey around here? Like that?
Yeah, and I guess the college experience is so separate. You know what I'm saying? Like the NCAA has put such a fucking
like your true pitch is like, look, families, all right, fuck school.
Yeah,
we're gonna have some shit. We're gonna have some like basic shit. Like your kid's gonna be able to do fucking little geometry and some shit,
He ain't
little
gonna be able to live
biology and
with you.
shit.
We're gonna have to take your kid. He's coming to Canada.
But they're gonna fucking be able to have a true shot. Not like it's all about like putting up the money to hire the right coaches and teachers and shit. But your kid's gonna have a straight shot to a fucking chance
Yeah,
coming out of fucking this area.
yeah. I mean,
That's your pitch. If you're doing that and you're aggressive about it.
yeah, and it could be. I mean, especially for like areas. It's because it's weird, right? Because like we're saying, the hockey's so separate from that college experience. But down here, I mean, in America, really, it's so like ingrained in us that you go high school,
And mainly in
college,
the
to
South.
pros.
Like for example, where Gus went to school at Deerfield, they've had a couple of NHLers come through, and that's like a high school, but it's like it's like Harry Potter and shit. They got fucking they have dorms, and you're staying there at the age of like 14 or whatever.
Would you have wanted to do that?
Absolutely.
You would have?
Yeah.
Seems like, I don't
If
know.
I had any reason, like intelligence-wise or sports-wise, to be
But
there.
yeah, I'm saying like, if you were, 14 looking like maybe I could do it, you would.
I mean, you're surrounded by a bunch of homies that are doing in the same
yeah,
position as you, so you have a lot of people. That's like my mentality.
that's true. That's true.
Depends on if you're fucked up or not.
Yeah,
That shit ain't for everybody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or
that's
it
true.
might fuck you up.
Yeah, I mean, it seems so goddamn stressful, dude. Just a bunch of 14-year-old fucking
I think it just.
little assholes.
I think it depends on. Well, I think there's different there's older kids in charge. It's like that John Mulaney joke where it's like. Hiring like the idea of babysitting, like hiring an older kid. To watch
like an
your kid.
11-year-old.
Like, all right, horse, watch this dog.
Yeah.
That's just getting a bigger child.
Is it getting a baby horse to watch a dog? Oh shit, that's good. But that overtime thing.
Here's the money for pizza. Here are the phone numbers, and you're a horse.
Yeah, and you're a horse. Fucking love John Mulaney.
But you were saying,
Genius, dude.
what a drunk genius.
For real. It's so rare to be such an excellent like writer's room writer and also such an excellent on stage comment
and not
too.
have to go to rehab.
And that's true.
It's no disrespect. Like a lot of the greats go to rehab.
Yeah, a lot of vices, you know.
It's hard.
It is. We're gonna end up in rehab. That's what.
You just said we haven't.
That's true. That's true. We are geniuses at this whole content thing.
Stupid.
Slightly insensitive. It's okay.
A little insensitive.
We're geniuses.
A little insensitive.
But fuck the NCAA, dude. I hope this overtime shit works out. I will never watch competitive high school basketball.
You'll never fill out another bracket.
I'll never watch this overtime league. To be honest with you, I never watch basketball. I don't watch college sports. I don't know why.
I don't really fuck with college sports. Low key, I love college lacrosse.
Really?
Love me some college lacrosse. I watch a little college hockey if I catch it, but I don't really fuck with.
In general, sports. I don't know how to keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like there's a lot of teams. I don't really know who is in which division. There's like the fucking Big Ten and like it's all this shit. I don't know what's going on, man. Seems like there's 150 teams, 300 different like bowls that they can win, and 4 of them go to the playoffs. I don't.
It's like anything else, man. It's just time put in.
I know, man. I ain't got it. I ain't got time. Dude.
I feel you. Hurricanes?
The damn Canes, dude. Put Gardner on waivers yesterday.
To make room for that Stall contract.
To make room for the E-Stall, baby. All Captain's coming back, baby.
Before we get into
Bring
that,
Skinner with you.
Before we get into that, let's talk about Gardner on waivers. You know, I don't think there was any real risk of him.
Yeah.
Did he clear already?
I was about to ask you the same question. I feel like yes, because I feel like if he hadn't, we would have heard.
Like a 24-hour period.
I thought that's what I think. I don't know.
Either way, I don't think anyone's going to claim him.
Especially
two
this
reasons.
season.
Two reasons. Everyone's cap strapped. Secondly, I think in a case like this where it's for these purposes, not to release him, not to put him on the Wolves, they're making a statement of, hey, and they probably go around doing some due diligence phone calls like, yo, don't fucking touch this guy, you fucking dickheads.
Yeah, and like you're saying, I think there was 2 teams that would have had the cap space to bring on Gardner.
Like the Wings and...
Yeah, and it's neither of them...
Ottawa, maybe.
Neither of them, like, needed it, basically. It's kind of... Because he is like $4 million a year, but he's $4 million a year for like the next 2 years. And he's not,
and to be perfectly blunt, he's not a guy where you see $4 million for 2 more years showing up on the waiver wire and going, fucking get rid of this guy. Yeah. We got to buy out this contract. Yeah. We got to trade this guy to make
find
room
a way
now.
To get him in
it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
And I don't think the Hurricanes want to get rid of him either.
And that's why. They would have made some phone calls, and
and I'm sure they told him.
He goes on the taxi squad.
Yeah, now I think he can. Now that he's there, I think you can dress him and scratch him back to the taxi squad, like with no waiver wire issues type of thing. And there's not a team that was ready to take that contract on for what's middle to bottom 6 defenseman at this point. For $4 million.
Yeah.
But it's Jake Bean's season now, baby. I didn't know he has 9 points in 16 games or whatever. I think he's in like the top 3 rookie, like top 3 for points for rookie defenseman. Just like, I don't know. I didn't know that I knew he was playing well. I just didn't think it was showing up on the statistics side.
That's awesome.
Well too.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Definitely awesome. Got the whole little Calder Cup winning Charlotte Checkers squad, dude. Nadalkovich, Lorentz,
we are so
Geeky,
not signing Dougie.
Bean. Damn. He put that goal in, dude. He heard the haters talking shit. Svetch fed him that goal. I hope we do, man. I do hope
he leads the team in
Dougie.
assists.
Yeah.
Or he did.
Probably still does.
Yeah.
Probably still does, right? It's
probably still
Dougie
does.
Fucking Hamilton, dude. But Eric Staal.
So, I mean, we lightly touched on it outside of recording. How would you feel if he came back, regardless of how?
So, I guess, in general...
It'd be an easy trade.
I think it would be an easy trade, and we'll get into it. I think Eichel is now out longer term as well, so Buffalo is probably not looking at a Stanley Cup run, to be honest. But in the context of Trocheck being out, what is now said to be longer term, Tavo still being out, I think bringing in a guy like Eric would be beneficial. He's still huge. He's still a giant person. From all accounts that like I've read, he's developed a much edgier game at this point, which I think we are still lacking a little bit, at least on the size side of it too. Like we've got Paquette, he'll lay some big hits. He's down
You need
to get
playoff
dirty.
size.
Yeah, exactly. You need a guy like fucking Eric
who can just go at it and have that mental tenacity to be able to take that same opponent on for potentially 7 games.
Yeah, I'm like, bring it, motherfucker.
I'll see you
cross-check
fucking
you in
in
the
a couple
head,
days,
dude. Like,
Dick.
yeah, I'm Eric Stahl. They'll cross-check you in the head.
Get to know me.
Yeah. Which is, so like on that side, I'm a fan of it. But in general, I've always been, because I feel like it comes up, every now and again, like bring him back maybe. It's just like,
It's a meme.
Yeah, I don't see him coming in and having that like 80-point season he had in Minnesota after everyone thought he was done for, you know what I mean? But
let's also keep it a full stack. When we let him go, we thought he was done for.
we 100%.
And he really, except for being on Buffalo, which seems to be just cursed
Yeah.
in general,
Yeah. Oof.
he's, he does his thing.
Yeah, and
I'll take him.
I definitely take him. Like, again, it's the size.
We got no Williams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're bringing back another 06 guy. The
Fucking,
lulls, bro.
well, did he and Jordan being
Come
back in
on.
the same line again?
You give him a letter.
Which, straight up, I think Jordan and Rod might be the only reasons he'd come back to
Does
Carolina.
Dougie have the A or no? Is it?
No, it's Slavin,
You don't take
Marty,
it from
and
Slavin.
Jordo's got the C.
Okay, well, you don't fuck yes. He wouldn't get a letter.
No, Eric's gonna rip the C off of Jordan's chest. It's gonna be a whole. Jordan's gonna like kneel in the locker room. It's gonna be on some like passing the sword like fucking king shit, dude. You know what I'm
Jesus.
saying? It's gonna be great.
No one's wearing 12, right? They wouldn't dare.
I don't think so. I mean, if they are, he's definitely ripping that shit off the. He'll wear their goddamn name. He ain't give a fuck.
You don't even put J on his shit.
Yeah, he's just.
I'll be this guy.
It's Sharpie it
That's
on there.
fucked up.
But straight up, I really like you were saying when the Hurricanes got rid of him. We thought he was done for as fans.
Right.
See how I changed that up when I said we
Look at
and then
you.
specified as fans. Dude.
Look at
On
you.
the ball, geniuses. But I think it probably left a pretty sour taste in his mouth on his way out. He's like, man, I really gave the best years of my career to this organization.
Here you go talking about Cam
motherfuckers-
Newton again.
Damn, dude, we're gonna have to get into that too. We're gonna have to, because Cam's coming back. Oh man, we're gonna definitely get into that. But like, he gave the best years, won the cup, and then the fans are like, this old bum motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, but he was playing like dog shit.
he was, but then you got to look. He was playing
He's
with
like,
Andre
the captain,
Nestrasil and Chad LaRose, bro. like that was a real line that we rolled out. Like, that's our top line,
Bro,
Like, here's
this
where the
guy's
goals
Sidney
are coming
Crosby.
from. Yeah, here's
Nah,
where our
yeah,
goals are
you're
coming
right.
from.
You're right.
And I'm sure he still has a wicked wrister. And
All
you
dude,
could always
just the
use-
wickedest.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, and also consider this, dude. Troach is out.
Yeah.
Tavo's out.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do, man? You need a left wing. You need a center.
Yeah.
Why not both? Eric Stahl.
He does it all.
Come on, dude.
Where do you put him at, though? Super theoretically, let's say, Trocheck, Tavo's still out.
Who plays our third line center most often now? Like
I
Lorenz, Geeky.
think right now, I would bet money it's Martinook right now, and they have
dude,
Geeky
you
on the
have-
fourth line.
Put him at center.
But then you look at it, and it's like, who's he playing with? Like Fost, and then like
Did they play
Fogle
together
and
in New York?
McGinn. Ooh, I don't know. He wasn't in New York too long. so I
No,
probably wouldn't
but
put
I think
too
Voss
much.
was on the team there. It's a little familiar.
It's something. It's
I'm
definitely
just saying,
something.
you know what I'm saying?
I think you put him right on Jordan's wing, dude. Right on Jordan's wing. Fetch with him.
Wow.
Put the biggest guys we've got
Now
on
that's
one
my
line.
GM mode.
Yeah,
It
and then
really
we
is my
got
GM mode.
Aho and
You can make me fucking brush the dust off the Xbox.
the Aho,
Blow
Natchez,
that save up.
like McGinn or Fogle maybe, and then you got,
Again,
you
it's
got
fine.
Jordo, Eric, Svetch. That's all I got, man.
It's kind of nasty.
That's all I got, dude.
I'm down for. I mean, again, it would be easy trades
Yeah.
if.
But but on the Eric Stahl thing, who do you give up?
like a draft pick.
Well, because the name I've heard linked to it so far has been Fogle.
Maybe we can chill out a little bit.
So you don't give up.
How much
Fogle
is his
for
contract? Is his contract dirt cheap?
Eric or
Eric. I
I
don't
think it's like a 1 year thing.
Yeah.
So it's probably mostly paid out at this point. Any sort of signing
True.
bonuses are done. So it would be it would be all cap hit. And I think
Well,
we
that's what
can't
I'm saying.
afford-
I don't think that's a lot though either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's less than 3.
Yeah, but do you give up a young guy like Fogel to bring in Eric?
Is he on like some Walmart shit where like we might have to pay him but not really pay him?
Fogel?
Yeah.
Probably just
Well,
because
that was
he's
part of the reason why we dealt Walmart, I feel like.
yeah.
Just in terms of like what's his money gonna be versus what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he plays a fairly large role on the squad. He's not scoring a shit ton of goals, but penalty killing.
It's sub above McGinn important.
Yeah, he's been top 6 this whole season pretty much.
Played
so.
power play time.
Yeah.
Is he playing
Personally-
penalty kill?
Oh yeah, Fogel's all over there. You kidding me? Dude, I'm a fucking jittery motherfucker, dude.
I'll get in front.
Yeah. I'm blocking it all. I'll draw a penalty.
I mean, and that's Hurricanes are winning 7 games straight due to it.
Yeah. I don't know. Personally, I think I do give up Fogel. As much as I love him, I think what he brings to the table.
For Eric?
Yeah, I think what he
He's like
brings
a
to the
1-for-1?
table is
Little hockey trade?
maybe not 1-for-1. Maybe they throw us like a late draft pick or something, but I think they're both on like 1 year deals right now, so both of us would have to worry about the re-signing and all that. But it's just what Fogel brings, I think, is easier replaced than what Eric could bring. Like, I see a guy like Steven Lorentz as literally filling the exact same role as what Fogel does. And we're at a point now where we have enough talent that we don't have 3-4 spots for the super hard-working guy who doesn't have the finish. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We've got McGinn, we've got Fogel. I think Lorentz has a little more finish than both of them, to tell you the truth. We've been talking about him for a while now, just so you know.
Well, the youth in general for our team.
Exactly. You got guys like Martin coming up. I mean, not Martin, Geeky coming up. It's. So moving a guy like Fogel, again, love him. Love what he brings to the team. He draws a shit ton of
Jittery
penalties with his
motherfucker.
huge, jittery motherfucker. He kind of plays that annoying role. Like, I think he pisses people off, which is just nice to have.
It's
But
nice to see people piss people off.
yeah. But I don't know. Honestly, I think it's all going to depend on what if Buffalo wants to be like, well, here's our asking price. I think the Hurricanes are perfectly willing to just say, oh, well, fuck that. We've done this well with the squad we have without Tavo and now without Trocheck for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they'd be willing to take the risk. Especially with a team like, not a lot of teams are going to have Tampa's trade deadline acquisition of Nikita fucking Kucherov coming back from injury for the first round of the playoffs.
It's fucked, man.
It's fucked up, dude.
It's fucked up.
That's
dude.
mad fucked up.
It's fucked up. Well, at least Ovi's doing his thing.
7-16
One away.
from 6th overall, dude. You still confident he's going to break the Gretzky's record?
Everything has been happening to try and prevent it.
It's true. All the hockey gods have gotten together to try to shut that shit down.
They really have.
Well, the hockey gods Canadian?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, isn't it?
There's not one Russian in there.
There's not a single Russian.
He's like, but guys, like, come on. Like,
They've actually gone out of their
have
way
you
to.
seen him from his office? He's deadly, guys.
Look at that shot. Look at that shot.
And they're just like, we don't care.
I thought you were gonna throw out some like obscure Russian.
was.
Like,
I
I was like, I
was.
don't
You
even
heard-
know.
you- I was like,
I don't even know one.
Let
Like,
me just quit while I'm ahead. What's up with this Carlson quote?
Okay, so the Sharks, which we talked about with the Evander Kane thing, they're bottom of the league right now. A lot of heavy contracts, and
Are they really?
Yeah, I think they're like bottom 5
God
straight
damn.
up. Doug Wilson came out and said that they are going to.
They need to fire that motherfucker.
He called it a retooling. So whatever that means. And Carlson then had a quote where he was like, "I'm not here for a rebuild. I didn't sign to go through a rebuild or go through what I did for 10 years in Ottawa," which is, I forgot he was there for 10 fucking years, dude. That's, when you put it in the context like that,
Majority of his career.
That is a long time. But do you think the Sharks, with the talent they have now, are good enough for a quote-unquote retool? And in my head, a retool is, we're like 3 pieces away. couple swaps, maybe a guy comes up from minors in a couple years, or do you think they do need to go full rebuild, burn it down, start from the beginning?
I think it's going to be like the Rangers style, where it's like you got a lot of names on like former big names on big money. You gotta fucking do some shit first.
Find a way to
you
move
gotta
them
get some
about.
draft picks.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah, they are.
make some
I imagine
trades.
they are pretty low on draft picks.
I mean, look what the Rangers had to do. They had to fucking draft Lafreniere. They had to draft Cabo.
So they had to get 2 first overall round. They had to get 2 first overall picks.
Yeah, they had to do
and
some
Adam Fox.
shit. They had to get Adam Fox. But it took time. It took
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 seasons.
Paid a shit ton
That's
of
not a
money to
retool.
Trouba and Panarin.
Yep.
It
They
was
let
kinda quick.
Lundqvist go.
In like the grand scheme of what you look at like rebuilds as, New York seemed to turn that shit around really fast.
I think, but we're also looking at in real time, comparing it to like Ottawa and the Red Wings, who have just been struggling.
Yeah, they've just
But-
been floundering.
But like, think about when they sent that letter out to their fans.
Yeah.
That shit was like in fucking 2015 and shit.
Yeah, was it that long ago?
I don't know. I'm making that shit up. I'm trying to make my argument sound good.
No. I know what you're saying though. Like it.
But that letter was on some like, yo, we're about to fuck this whole thing up.
Yeah, like,
and fans
listen.
were like, whoa.
They were like, listen.
Because remember, they were just making the playoffs. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it was like 2015, 16, because they were just like in the Eastern Conference Finals in like 2012 and all that.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
2014-ish.
It would be the Sharks. I feel like the Sharks' contract situations are so fucked up.
I mean, they're about to fucking terminate Evander Kane.
Yeah, but with this Carlson quote, I feel his contract has got to be one of the big ones.
Well, when they signed him too, Joe Thornton was still on the team. Pavelski was still on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Couture wasn't hurt. Hurdle wasn't hurt.
Yeah, and now he was like the last guy in and got a giant fucking contract for a position that most people said they didn't really. It was you got
Brett Burns.
You got Brett Burns. They do the same thing. Like they do the same exact thing. But
That was the dumbest thing I had ever seen.
for real. It felt very much just like
Doug Wilson's a horrible GM.
It felt very much just like, man, what could go wrong if we just add more to it? Felt like a fucking GM mode move. Like, well, if I have Brett Burns and Erik Karlsson,
We'll get so many points.
the
from our defensive
algorithms,
end.
the algorithms won't know how to beat this. There's not like,
It doesn't make any sense.
hockey
Shouts
analytics,
out.
baby,
Shouts out Keith Yandel.
for real,
1,000 games in the NHL.
huge,
It's awesome.
dude. It sucks that I've seen a couple like these milestone things happen. It sucks for these guys that there's no fans. Obviously, you understand it has to be that way, but
Well, come to Carolina, we can have your 1,000 game. There'll be all
fucking
kinds of redneck
go
love.
to Texas straight up. Texas or Florida. They're like, dude, we're open. We are having
The Stars
at
are loving
dude.
it.
Oh yeah. But I don't know. Like I watched part of the whole celebration thing. And it was like he had his wife and kids on the ice and stuff. That's awesome. But it's just like like the pumped in crowd noise, and it's just you, your team, the other team. I don't know. It's just kind of like you played a long fucking time.
Well, I'm trying to get my feels and watch that back on YouTube like 2 years from now.
Yeah, and you're just gonna be
I
watching
can't.
it. You're gonna be watching and just have like PTSD, dude. You're like, fuck, man, ain't no one in the stands, dude. Fuck all that. Zoom meetings, you know what I'm saying? Freaking out. But definitely, huge for him. He got like a big nice golf cart with like all the teams he's played for.
That's cool.
The team gave it to him. Yeah,
Yeah, that's sick.
definitely super awesome.
Speaking of all things awesome, Panarin,
Back.
he back.
He playing. I think he killed Putin. Isn't that what?
Whoa.
Is that is that not what happened? Is that not?
I don't think that's what happened.
I thought he and Putin met on skates and had like a fisticuffs thing to the death.
They met on skates, but then they did like a Western style shootout.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or like a figure skating competition, dude. Putin versus
Could be.
Panarin. Winner stays alive, as Russian rules
Barely
would
beat
dictate.
Putin.
Yeah, barely. It was there was one questionable judge's decision. That judge was also killed. That is the way that Russia goes. But they do respect the final scores. Panarin got to leave. It was in like an ice fortress, like what Superman lived in, dude. It was pretty
With his
sick.
family.
Yeah. No, but it shouts out the fucking Rangers. Fuck the Rangers, but shouts out the Rangers getting Panarin back. You get it.
Yeah.
You get it. Phil DiGiuseppe, Julian Gauthier, Hurricanes boys, out there killing it, dude. Julian Gauthier still getting scratched for Phil DiGiuseppe. It's just crazy, you know. He can't get away from
things
anybody.
never
dude.
change.
Yeah, he can't get away from the guy, dude.
Some things never change. Like something's never changing. Buffalo remaining awful.
Terrible.
Awful.
Terrible.
Eichel out for the foreseeable future because what was it? Is it a back thing?
It's been called upper body because fucking hockey. But I've watched like clips of the game where like he left the ice and went to the trainer and was like, some shit ain't right, and it looked like he was something like with his neck or upper back, something like that. Just, you know, and that's
Pain.
some shit you definitely don't want to play with.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out.
Especially when you're Jack Eichel, you know.
So, but that getting back to the whole idea of Stahl being dealt, you know, they're in a position where they need to look at what they got. They're not making that cup run. I think we already kind of touched on it earlier, but
and it's not like Stahl is a part of their future plans.
No.
All respect to him. He's like 38 years old. You know, he was looking to go somewhere. I think maybe to what people would have considered a contender, and then Jeff Skinner put up 2 points this year, so it's been scratched.
Exactly.
And trade him back. Bring our captain home.
Do it.
Is his hair still long as shit, Eric?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
There's only one way to find out.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Bring him back. Get a headshot. Can't look it up. Cannot look it up.
We'll look it up. I feel like we all saw this coming, at least on paper. Line A and Torts just like not really being on the same page
At all.
Something's not working out there so
At
far.
all. Yeah, I forget who they were playing, but Line A had a goal and an assist. I think he was on ice for a couple goals against. It'll happen, you know. It'll happen. And he sees like a minute and a half ice time in the third period. Reporters asked Tortorella after the game, like, why did you bench Line A? And he was like, I didn't bench anybody. I just made some decisions on who I thought should play more than others in that final period based on play, but I didn't bench him. And it's kind of like that. I forget who it was, but he was like, I'm not camping. I'm just strategically positioning myself where I'll win the gunfight and you won't. Like it just sounds like exactly that kind of shit. And then they ask Line, how do you feel about being benched? And he was like, well, what the fuck do you think? Like, I thought I was playing pretty well, but I guess not.
What a shit show, man.
Absolute shit show. I saw someone tweet, they're like, Tortorella is the kind of guy that'll take a way below average team to the playoffs, but he's also the kind of guy that'll make sure your team stays below average like that. You know what I mean? Just because it's kind of the same. But Hurricanes went through the same thing with a Bill Peters. You know what I'm saying? Like benching talent for, you know, mistakes. And it's like those are, you know, I know there's a whole culture that has to be established and reward play, and it's on some level those guys on the bench know that Line A is a different caliber offensive player. You know what I mean? Let that guy go score you some goals.
Yeah.
He was part of a blockbuster trade. You gave away what was a top 3 pick, right? Wasn't Luc Dubois, was he 3rd overall?
Some shit.
To bring in the guy that was
5.
2nd overall, and he's not going to stay, dude. Like, I don't see Line A staying in Columbus. I don't think Tortorella would want him to stay in Columbus, honestly. I think he would he's good at what he does, but he's not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
I mean, he could be Rick Nash.
Yeah, honestly.
He's got the build.
Yeah. Got the build, got the offensive ability.
You just got to let him
He's
do
got
him.
the work ethic.
Doesn't have the work ethic.
That was a joke about Rick Nash's work ethic. We'll always have those all-star games. Do you think he stays?
No.
Yeah, there's no shot, right? They got Roslovic. That kid's sick, you know?
Yeah.
But, man, at what point as a GM do you, like...
Get fired?
Well, do you, like, look at the coach and be like, you are running off every bit of talent that I hand you, you know?
Well, if you're the coach, you need to draft less dickhead talent.
That's fair. That's very not bad.
And acquire
and as the
less dickhead.
GM, find a new job. See you, Torts.
Yep.
Go to Detroit.
Speaking of finding new jobs, dude. We talked about the ESPN NHL deal.
We did, yeah. Like $400 million a year or something crazy like that.
Wild. But they've banned all their staff from visiting the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, which seemed kind of out of nowhere. Honestly, I know like
Some Disney ass shit.
Ariel Helwani, UFC, ESPN's like head UFC reporter. He would always go on there before the fights and stuff, and that was just always a good time because they're both also into pro wrestling, and so they would kind of take that like I don't know, like that approach to just like the kind of theatrics and talk about it. It was just very entertaining. And I'm sure in other sports, I don't watch his show all the time, and I'm sure a bunch of other personalities would come on there because it's a little less restrictive. You know, you can kind of say whatever you want. You know, not as long as you don't get in trouble with your ESPN job. But I don't know, dude. Is this ESPN showing some cracks in the armor on some like being scared of
we'll
how big
censor our
McAfee
employees.
is? Which is being like McAfee show. I would imagine the numbers
It's all
rival
that.
it. Like,
It's all that. It's they're like, hey, if you're gonna say anything good over there, you need to be saying the same shit over here.
Save the
Let's just
content.
save the content. Also, hey, we don't want you to not sound anything but an ESPN robot.
yeah,
You're not gonna give the fans a different personality that would inspire you to go solo.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go. You're just like they're just naming off these like kind of almost like rhetorical, obvious type reasons to what should be the interest of that company, and not the employee.
Yeah,
That's
that's true. Disney.
They will suck off of China.
Yeah, that is big facts. On the back of all that, we kind of talked about this the other day too. How excited are you for ESPN personalities to start talking about hockey again?
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. As like a natural one, naturally inclined to bitch and moan about things changing and shit like that. There's that side of it, but also at the same time, I do truly believe it's going to allow for a completely different audience that doesn't give a fuck about hockey at all. Listening to someone who relatively otherwise would not give a fuck about hockey talk about it is going to at least open the door to the sport, and you're gonna get new interest, like without a doubt. So that's the biggest plus side.
Yeah. How long ago did they fire the whole hockey staff? I feel like it wasn't that long. It was in the
Like
last
Barry
10
Melrose
years,
and
right?
all them.
Wasn't within the last 10 years that ESPN let go?
Some shit.
It was something like that. I
I
don't know.
feel like even when they stopped airing hockey, they still had them around to talk about it
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah. Wasn't Wyshynski over there for?
Well, he moved there within not that long ago, and he's still there
Okay.
because he did Yahoo.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's where he was.
But now he's going to be fucking prime time.
This is huge for him.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
going to be on all sorts of panels and
Yeah.
whatnot. And as much as people love and hate him,
I can't stand.
I
that
think
motherfucker.
I think he at least cares about the sport, which
yeah.
is
Yeah,
because
of course.
there's I don't know about you,
Sure.
but I hate when like if you're ever talking to somebody that doesn't really like hockey, and they're like, "Oh yeah, dude, hockey's awesome, man! Like all the fights," and you're just kind of like, yeah, like that's really not like there's so much more to it.
That's
like,
not the first thing you love about
yeah,
it.
it's kind of the least interesting thing about the sport to me.
Right.
So, and I just feel, and just kind of that mentality is what I'm afraid is going to be the
Facts.
like
well,
the
that's
reporting
that's
style.
the other upside to having Wish is that you have him again being someone who actually knows and cares about it versus Stephen A. Smith, who's just here to entertain.
Yeah, and and that like you're saying that will bring in a lot of eyes. Stephen A. Smith has a lot of eyes on him that just listen to him because they make him laugh, or he makes people laugh, and that'll bring eyes to the sport. And we need that.
I want a
damn
fucking
it.
Stephen A. What's his face type show, but with Wish and Stephen A.
Steve Wish and Stephen Max
Talking about
Kellerman.
hockey. Yeah,
That would be great.
talking about hockey.
Called like not creative enough, dude. Fucking
You're not.
creative enough. We came up with fucking talking sauce, dude. What are we
We do
getting
this.
at
What do we know
here,
about
dude?
creative?
What are we getting at?
All right, Jacob,
What's up, dog?
do we do it?
I think that we did it, man. I'm trying to. Did we cover all of it, dude? Did we
We
do?
covered all of it.
We do the whole thing, dude.
Did the whole damn thing. If not, where can they get us to let us know that we hadn't done it?
Dude, if you hate our name, hit us up at Talkin' Sauce Pod. No _. Respect the _. If you're watching, Listen to us, all the streaming services. Also, if you're watching, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that shit. We forgot the plugs at the beginning again. It's okay. We've only done this for 105 episodes. You can get me at Jacob, JAY_COBBB, Josh.
At TCABZZ.
And hit up Dylan if you want him back from LA.